All right, I need my factors now for 72. So that's 1 times 72, 2 times 36, 3 times 24. I don't know if 4 goes into 72, so I'll just check on my calculator. 72 divided by 4. Yep, 4 times 18. 5 doesn't go in, 6 doesn't go in, 7 doesn't go in, the last one would be 8, so 8 times 9. All right, we got a lot of factors for 72, so as we go through, I need them to add to 17. I know they're going to add because of the way that I have my signs in the trinomial. So I look all the way at the bottom, I have 8 and 9, so that is what's going to work because those add to 17. So I have 8 and I have 9. And we already said, because the b value is negative, these need to both be negative, and these need to both be negative to get the positive 72. So it'll be negative 8 times a negative 9. All right, let's go to the next question. This is the first time we're seeing a negative c value. So what this means is when we do our factors, one factor has to be positive and the other factor has to be negative. All right, let's do our little chart to help us. What times what equals a negative 15, and what plus what equals a positive 2. Okay, so for 15, not a lot of factors here, just 1 times 15 and 3 times 5. Now we can see that 3 and 5 are what we're going to use, and it's not because they add to 2. This time it's the difference between them. The difference between 3 and 5 is 2. So when you have a negative c value, we're going to look at subtracting them, or the difference between. So we know it's going to be 3 and 5. So the 3 is either positive or the 5 is either positive, and the opposite is the other number is negative. So I can see I need to get a positive 2. So since my b value is positive, that means my higher number has to be positive. And if you check that, negative 3 plus a positive 5 gives me a positive 2. And so we do the same here. And a negative 3 times a positive 5 gives me a negative 15. So I'm just going to say that one more time. If our b value is positive and one number has to be positive between the two, the higher number is always positive. All right, let's go ahead and we'll write our factors. So this time it's x minus 3 and x plus 5. Now I just want to talk for a minute. Some of you may be writing your factors different than me. You might have put x plus 5 and then x minus 3. That's also correct. What's important is we have the same factors inside with the same sign. They can be opposite, and that goes for any of the other answers we did up top. All right, I'm just going to erase my factors here so I have room to do my chart. Okay, so we know we have to do what times what equals a negative 27, and what plus what equals a positive 6. So because our c value is negative, we know we're going to look for differences again for our b value. So we're going to go ahead and for 27, I will list. So 1 times 27, 2 times doesn't work, 3 times 9. And that's our last factor. So I can see the difference between 3 and 9 gives me 6. So those are my factors, 3 and 9. I need one of them to be positive and one of them to be negative. Because my b value is positive, my higher number is positive. And when we check, negative 3 plus 9 does give me a positive 6. So same signs up top. And now we put them in our brackets. So x minus 3 times x plus 9. Again, at any point, you might just want to pause the video and see if you can do some on your own. All right, we're going to just erase my factors here so I can fit in my chart. So we're going to do what times what equals a negative 32, and what plus what equals a negative 4. All right, so this is the first time we're seeing a negative b and a negative c, but it's done the same way we did g and h. So let's go ahead and list our factors for 32. So we have 1 times 32. We'll have 2 times 16. 3 is not a factor. 4 is 4 times 8 is 32. 5 is not a factor, 6, 7, 8. We're back at 8. Okay, so we can see these are our factors, and I can see that the difference between 4 and 8 gives me 4. Okay, so we know that our factors are 4 and 8. Because my C value is negative, I need 1 to be negative, 1 to be positive. This time my B value is negative. If my B value is negative, we want the higher number to be negative. So whatever the sign of the B value, it goes to the higher number. And that means my 4 is positive, and 4 plus negative 8 gives me a negative 4. So I know I'm correct. Whatever the signs are down here, then that is the sign up here. And 4 times negative 8 is a negative 32. Okay, so we'll put it in our brackets, x plus 4 times x minus 8. All right, next question. So we're going to do what times what equals negative 56, and what plus what equals negative 1, right? We know there's an invisible 1 in there. Okay, and for 56, you don't have to always list the factors. If you know the answer right away, you can just go ahead and write them in. So I know for 56, it's 7 and 8. Because the difference between 7 and 8 is going to give me my 1. Since my B value is negative, my higher number is negative. And then we can check 7 times negative 8 is negative 56. 7 plus negative 8 is negative 1. And then we'll go ahead and write x plus 7 times x minus 8. And then on to K. Now I want to point out, K has a 2 out front. Every question we did, A through J, in front, X, the coefficient, is always 1. So I can't factor this using the chart, using what times what equals negative 60 and what plus what equals negative 2. I can't use that until I have a trinomial where A is 1. So this is where, I'm going to go back to the front, this is where in my chart it says check if there is a common factor that can be divided out. So this is the first question where we have to do that step 1. All right, so is 2 right here a common factor? And I can look, yes, I can divide a 2 out here and divide a 2 out here. So that is our first step before we go to the chart. I'm going to divide out the 2, and I'm left with 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. Negative 2x divided by 2 is a negative 1x. And negative 60 divided by 2 is a negative 30. And now we leave that 2 out front, and now we're going to common factor using the chart. Okay, so let's think about the factors for 30. We need them to multiply to give negative 30 and add to give negative 1. All right, so I know the factors of 30 are going to be 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, not 4, 5 times 6. So the difference between 5 and 6 gives me the 1 that I need. So I know they're going to be 5 and 6. Okay, and I need my B value to be negative, so the larger number has to be negative. Same up here. 5 times negative 6 gives me negative 30. 5 plus negative 6 gives me the negative 1. So I know my factors are x plus 5 and x minus 6. All right, try L. So we're going to factor out, in this case, 5. And 5 gets factored out of 10x and 5 as well. So it'll be 5 times x squared minus negative 10 divided by 5 is a negative 2x, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay, and then we know we're going to go to the chart. So we ask ourselves, what times what equals 5, and what plus what? Oh, I made a mistake. Let's point it out so you guys don't make the same as me. I went to the original question and chose 5, and we don't do that because now we're factoring what it resulted from factoring the 5. So I need to change that to a 1. I'm actually kind of glad I made that mistake, so I hope that you guys don't do the same. So that needs to be 1, and then this needs to be a negative 2. Okay, so the factors of 2 are 1 and 2. That's our only option. So that's what we're going to have to put in. So I know it is 1, the factors of 1 are only 1 times 1, 1 and 1. So I know that to get a -2, they both have to be negative because my 1 is positive up here, right? Remember that if your C value is positive, both have to be negative or both have to be positive. So -1 times -1 is a +1, -1 plus -1 is our -2. So our factors are x minus 1 and x minus 1. And what we want to do for this question is we want to go another step. Because these brackets are the same, we can simplify it by just doing x minus 1 squared and write it as a power. All right, let's go on to m. So m is interesting. We have an x cubed, and we can't factor that. It has to be in the form x squared plus bx plus c. So this time we are going to factor out an x as our common factor. And I can see that x cubed divided by x gives me x squared, 5x squared divided by x gives me 5x, and 4x divided by x gives me 4. All right, let's do our common factors. So we want to do what times what equals 4 and what plus what equals 5. We're back to the questions we started with where we have a plus and a plus. These for me are the easiest ones. So I know the factors of 4 are either going to be 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. And obviously to get 5, we need to use 1 and 4. So we have 1 times 4, which also adds to give me 5, and they all have to be positive. So x plus 1, and then x plus 4. All right, last question. So this clearly is not in the form I need it. Let's look for that common factor. So I can see 2 is common. I can divide out of all the coefficients, and also x is common. Y is not common because there's a y squared here, a y here, but no y in the last term. So we're going to factor out 2x. So 2xy squared divided by 2x gives me y squared. Negative 26xy divided by 2x would be a negative 13y. And 84x divided by 2x is going to give me 42. Okay, so let's see now if we can common factor. What times what equals 42, and what plus what equals a negative 13. All right, so for 42, 6 and 7 add to 13, so I'm guessing, and they multiply to give 42, so I'm guessing those are the factors. I have a positive 42 and a negative b value, so that means these have to both be negative to give me my positive 42 and both be negative to add to negative 13. And we'll finish it off. 2x times x minus 6 times x minus 7. And there's the end. All right, you're going to have a bunch to practice. The only way you could get good at factoring, even if you understand it while I'm doing it, the only way you can get good is by practicing. So let's start on that homework, and let me know if you need any help. Have a great day.